We just got back from walking an 8-day brutal coastal hike from Malpica to Finisterre called the Camino dos Faros. Over 200 kilometers of ups and downs through some pretty remote places. And this is not Lainey.
Hello, I am not Lainey.
Sarah's in this video right now because she was curious about hiking with a lumbar pack. So she brought one on this incredibly unique hike. And we are basically gonna tell you all about it. We're gonna share what we packed, our different experiences with different packs, what it's like to do it with a lumbar pack for the first time, and basically answer all your questions if you're curious about hiking the Camino with a lumbar pack. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Sara.
And I'm Lainey.
And this is Days with Friends, talking about lumbar pack.
This is the Mountain Smith 6-liter lumbar pack. My first Camino, I hiked with a 28-liter bag. My second Camino, I hiked with a 20-liter bag. And this time I hiked with an under 10-liter bag. I was drawn to this bag mostly because of the thoughtful design that they put into it and how I could make this work for a Camino or for a through hike. The hip straps are super padded.
Your padding is definitely taller than mine, and I would say on the waist straps, much thicker.
There's lots of pockets. There's lots of places to attach carabiners. The other thing with this lumbar pack that's really neat is that it has load lifter options that you can adjust on the side. It's both sides. So I have two, one on the bottom and one closer to the top. I cranked them. They were pretty tight to my body to try to get the bag to lean into me more than lean away from me. This bag has a spot to hang a carabiner on both sides. The other cool thing is this bungee.
So cool.
So this is a nice little like stuff thing. I put a loaf of bread like this. It looked exactly like this.
You could probably put my whole bag in there.
Mostly I intended to either put my rain jacket in there or put a loaf of bread for sandwiches for picnics. What's also cool about this is on the back, I was able to put my paracord, which I always pack, and my first aid kit, which is like a coin purse, as well as safety pins. I brought 3 safety pins and I was able to pin them to the outside on these little tabs.
I had to Frankenstein this adjustable bungee strap system for the top of my bag. That's where I put loaves of bread and my jacket. There's these external buckles that work, but they're not amazing. I wanted the weight on top. We'll talk more about that about fit and like how much you can really load into these bags. But Sara didn't have to do that because yours comes with 2 handles, which means you don't have to MacGyver to carry stuff on top.
So my bag comes with 2 handles on top, which is great for carrying it, but it's also great for using a hero clip. Lainey and I both love the hero clip. It is a carabiner that opens up like this. So you can hang your purse off a table or hang your bag off of the dirty ground on a fence or clip it like this to the handles to put a loaf of bread or a rain jacket on top. And that's what I ended up doing, was putting my rain jacket on top so it was quick to grab. Outside of the wonderful pockets and the lovely options on the exterior, there is also these straps on the bottom of the bag. They do cinch to close the bag a little bit and make it a little bit more compact. But what I used it for was putting my sandals on the bottom of the bag so I could carry them.
I have them too, and I've tried to use them and I hate it. I actually put mine inside. They're the first thing I pack at the bottom of my pack and everything sits on top of them. It gives it a little bit of frame.
Another cool thing about this bag, because there's tons of cool things about this bag.
Pretty cool bag.
Is that there is a pouch pocket in the hip straps. So not only is there a zipper pocket on the outside, there's also a pocket in here. This is also the other hip belt pocket. It is a elastic.
So that's a similar
pocket
setup to mine. I have a zipper kind of flexi pocket and the same thing of an open, unzipped, stretchy pocket. Yours look a little bigger.
Yeah.
Your waist belt is a bit wider.
It's chonky.
Chonky.
Chonky. The water bottle holders, pretty standard. They can fit an Nalgene.
You do have a cinch on yours. Mine do not. They have sort of a top safety strap that you can put around the bottle so they don't fall out. And yours are deeper.
And the cinch is really nice because I used smart water bottles, so they're tall and thin. There's one main compartment and then one exterior compartment that's a little bit shallower. This is the interior pocket, and I kept my passport and my wallet in here while we were hiking.
Looking at our 2 bags, there's some pretty noticeable differences and upgrades on yours. Mine is technically larger, 7 to 10 liters. They say 10 because it can expand if you loosen these straps, but the footprint is very similar. So I would say this is 7 liters. This is 6. The way that you get more out of a lumbar pack is maximizing the external storage. So using that bread pouch, using the handlebars. And I think that that leads us to our next question, which is, how did your bag feel when you were maxed out? Because it's not just about all the fun features. You got to stuff this thing full of stuff, including water, food. We were on a very remote trail, so our water carry was maxed out every morning. How did it feel when it was full versus when it was empty?
So the first 3 days of breaking this bag in were rough. When it's fully loaded with snacks for 3 days and 2 liters of water, which is what I did for the first 3 days, it just droops a little bit. So in order to prevent that, I ended up having to really crank the waist strap so that it was super tight. And it did cause some soreness on the first 3 days. Now that might be enough to stop watching this video and say lumbar packs aren't for me. But the thing with this bag is that this is a unisex bag. And unisex generally means that it's designed for men. I think that they could adjust the waist strap a little bit so that maybe it was like a curved fit. But for a unisex bag, I made this work and I was able to make this work. And so after day 3, I would say that it finally felt like me and my bag were in sync. If you're coming straight from backpacks and you're jumping into the wonderful land of lumbar packs, there's an adjustment no matter what. Again, this isn't for everyone, but I wanted the challenge. I wanted to try something different. I was able to fit absolutely everything that I needed and then some with some room to spare. You can totally make this work and have everything inside this bag.
There's more room in these things than you realize. However, every ounce counts way more in a lumbar pack than it does in a backpack. When you pack a lumbar pack, the most important part of your packing list is actually the stuff that never goes inside your lumbar pack. And by that, I mean the clothing you wear on the trail. Everything we're talking about in this video is going to be down below. You need to trust your trail clothes because you're probably going to wear them every single day. The main part of my trail clothing is the Jolly Gear triple crown button down sun hoodie thing. It's got a hood. It's got the holes for my thumbs. It's got zipper pockets in the chest. It does not have any vents. That's the only part of the triple crown that I don't like. But the point is that I've messed around with different trail shirts. I found one that I really like and it protected me from the sun.
The shirt that I chose was the Smart Wool hoodie. It's made of merino wool. I brought the same exact one in purple for the last year's Camino on the Vadiniense in Lebaniego. I was completely fine in the purple sun shirt. However, this did not provide the same amount of sun protection. I thought that I was going to be easy breezy, beautiful Sarah. And instead, I was sweaty, Betty, sunburned Sarah. I started to get this tan line and I was looking in the mirror at the end of the day like, I don't know how this is happening. I was a little disappointed and I ended up burning through the shirt a little bit and had to buy sunscreen to make sure that I didn't get burnt. So when you're looking around for a sun shirt, just double check in the specifics of the item that you're buying for UPF ratings.
I'm a shorts hiker. These are from Decathlon. They are the Shawn looks good in these on the trail shorts. Thanks, Decathlon. There's one cargo pocket on the side, 2 front pockets, no back pocket. They fit great. They hold all my stuff and they take a beating. These are elastic, so I got them pretty snug. I don't wear a belt with this. I'm already wearing too many things around my waist. I think comfort on the waistline is actually really important. I wore these every single day.
These are my trail pants. They have this wonderful thigh pocket here and I was able to put my phone in there. Try to look for cargo pockets on the side because it expands what you're able to carry while you're limited with a lumbar pack.
Cool kids wear cargo pants.
What's cool about these pants is that they have an adjustable belt. It's just elastic.
Oh, cool.
And this like dual lock Velcro. So you can Velcro in the belt. I liked these pants. When I did my practice hikes, I wore these pants with the lumbar pack to make sure that there wasn't any rubbing that was going to be uncomfortable, that the pants
sagging.
Yeah, or sagging. Find pants that are comfortable on your waist so that when you wear the lumbar pack, you don't experience like chafing or discomfort.
Waistline matters. Speaking of the waistline, I tried a new pair of underwear. These are from Ibex. Holy cow, super comfortable, very light. We had some sweaty days, we had some long days. We were like on the beach, sitting in the sand, sitting in the dirt.
You swam in them?
Holy cow, I swam in them and they look great. They were super comfortable. Very big fan of the Ibex Merino. They also dried insanely fast. That's a really important part of the trail clothing that you pick. If you get in late and do laundry and you only have a few hours to dry, the worst thing is hiking in wet stuff. So these were great.
I also like hiking in wool underwear. I choose the Icebreaker Siren Thong.
Different sizes.
I understand this is not for everyone. Underwear is an extremely personal choice. I like to wear this.
I like to wear full coverage, like bikini underwear.
Thanks, Lainey. Everybody is different and everybody's different. Choose whatever underwear you're most comfortable with because you're going to be in it all day.
Every day, all day.
Agreed.
To be clear, we do each have other underwear that we wear when we get to town. I have a pair from Uniqlo. That's my city ones. They're just way lighter and smaller. I want a more robust wool, antimicrobial, blah, 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 blah. So this is trail, this is city.
I am wearing my other pair. It's the same exact pair. It dries quickly and then I just rotate them out. You wash and wear, wash and wear. I wear the same bra on trail every single day. I wear a Panache sports bra without an underwire. I love this bra. It's super supportive. I love my sports bra. When I get to town, I like to switch it out and wear a bralette. This is the Busty Bralette by Brandwin. I love it. I think it's super comfortable. It's not as supportive as the Panache sports bra, which is why I don't wear it on trail. Can't say enough good things about Brandwin.
For our feet, my tootsies, I was mostly wearing the Darn Tough crew length sock. Darn Tough is excellent. They have a lifetime warranty on their stuff. They will replace your socks if they don't work anymore as socks. I also wear a silk sock liner from REI. They don't last forever. These have been basically beaten up, but I use them to prevent blisters along with kind of like a brass knuckle lamb's wool situation. I talk about it in other videos. I weave lamb's wool through my toes every day when I'm on trail. Put these on and then I put these on. I also wore these wool socks from Ibex. Sometimes trail socks don't dry and you do not want to hike in wet socks. So bring 2 pairs of socks that you can wear on the trail.
Quarter length smart wool socks. I have 2 pairs of these, one that I'm wearing and one that's in my bag. Midday a couple of times, if my feet got wet doing a river crossing or something, I would swap them out for the dry pair and then I would pin the wet pair to the outside of my bag to dry.
I always wear all trails. These are the Lone Peak 9s. I'm a huge fan. I've worn these for the last 10 Caminos. I love them.
These are New Balance trail runners that have this super cushy padding. I find these to be very comfortable. These had their last Camino. This is their swan song. They served me well. They did 3 Caminos. Thanks, guys.
You do not need a big heavy boot for most Caminos, especially if you have a lumbar pack, but you do need a pair of sandals for showers. And when you get to towns, I've worn the Zero All Trails. These are the newer ones. They've got a nice cushy surface. We've got great grip. They have a nice low profile. However, I didn't bring them in this lumbar packing list because they're a little bit heavier than just a regular old pair of flip-flops.
These are the older version of the Z Trails. I usually like Chacos, but I wanted to have something that was lower profile, lighter weight, and that could sit on the outside of my bag and not weigh it down too much. That's these. I wore them on the last Camino. They were a little bit better this time, a little bit more broken in, but still, I want to find another option because these are not comfortable for me, but they might be comfortable for you, so give them a try.
So we both wear a hat and sunglasses. I don't have a big brimmed hat. I just go with the ball cap because I have the sun hoodie. Same with Sarah. You've been rocking the Where's Waldo hat forever.
I love this hat. Where's Sara?
Do a hat that works for you, but please protect your eyes and protect your head. These are the Ombres sunglasses. I've become a big fan. They have a sort of strap system. They're so light and they're so good at protecting my eyeballs from the space rays from the sun.
I wore these cheap Decathlon sunglasses that I got on my first Camino, and I've had them since, and I love them. I ended up bringing a lanyard so that I could store my sunglasses like this.
And she also would yell at kids, "Get out of the pool." You know what you did. I also wear a short summer weight buff. You can wet this with water. It can protect you from the sun. It's good for the colder mornings.
I did not bring a buff this time. I usually wear a buff. I love merino wool buffs, but I decided this time to bring a bandana. I wore this bandana every single day, and the coolest part about this bandana is that it is also a board game.
Numbers on the thing, you roll the dice, you do the thing. They have a bunch of different options.
It's really fun. It's made by 4 Rabbit. It's a small women-owned company. Hey, Ariel.
When you pack things in a lumbar pack, you need them to be multi-purpose. For instance, this neckerchief protected you from the sun.
Yes.
It was a board game, and
it was my eye mask.
So I saw her doing that one time and I was like, it looks like you're about to be murdered. Sarah's taking it a little bit further than I do. I bring a sleep mask.
This is not for everyone.
It looks great. I don't know that I'd recommend it. Sleep masks are very small. They don't weigh much.
We were staying all together, just the 3 of us in pensiones, and we had like private rooms. If I were to be doing a Camino instead of a hiking trail, I would bring an eye mask 100%.
Something that I did that was dual purpose is I wore my shorts without underwear as board shorts. I went swimming a few times.
I was able to bring a bikini.
She had room in the lumbar pack for a bathing suit. Very cool. I think it's important to pack a fleece or a kind of mid-layer, something that has nothing to do with the rain. It's all about warmth. So I wore this almost every night. It's incredibly lightweight. It fits really well. It has a hood. The lumbar pack is a 2 or 3 season bag. I do not recommend the lumbar pack in winter just because you don't have the flexibility to bring a lot of extra layers.
I brought the merino wool icebreaker jacket. Highly recommend. Yeah, very similar with the bulkiness too.
Yeah, the last layer are these crinkly, terrible sounding jackets. This is my windbreaker anorak pouch jacket raincoat. We were only hiking for 8 days. On a longer Camino, bring a shell or a jacket like Sara did.
This is the Patagonia Torrent shell. I wore it on my first Camino. It's a great rain jacket. It packs down very small.
Quite a bit heavier than mine, but
Yeah.
way better at being a jacket. When we get to town, we take all of our trail clothes, throw them in the sun. We try to wash them right away, get them hanging, get them drying, and switch into cool guy mode and cool girl mode. City mode. They're kind of a jogger pant from Mammut. They have great pockets for like my wallet, a zipper pocket, really deep front pockets that are horizontal cut so nothing falls out. I love them very, very much. And I recommend that you get a pair of pants that you can put a bunch of stuff in, because if you have a passport, if you have a wallet, if you have a phone, if you have a kazoo, you want to keep that on you as you're walking around town.
I am wearing my city clothes. It is a dress by Totem Co. Synthetic, has 2 pockets and a little secret pocket. Put your wallet in quickly.
Where do you keep your kazoo?
It dries really quickly. I think the patterns are super fun, and I love this dress.
I wear this t-shirt. This is from Rab. It's a lightweight trail shirt kind of thing. It's got little vents at the back. Performs incredibly well, and it fits really well. It folds down nothing, weighs nothing. These are all my city clothes packed into a 3-liter Ziploc freezer bag. This is it. If I'm not wearing it, it's in this bag.
This is the dry sack that I use. It's a Sea to Summit dry bag. This was easier for organizing.
Pretty great job, actually.
Separate dry bag for my clothes, separate dry bags for my electronics, toiletries, and towel. We're all separate. I was surprised with how much this could compress, and it did work very well for my bag.
Yeah, that's awesome. We have a few other accessories that just make it easier. I have a Sea to Summit dry bag as well.
This is my electronics bag.
I have this little dog training treat pouch. I clip it to the waist bag, and I keep peanuts and power bars.
I love my waist bag. I put all my valuables in it when we get to town.
This is my drop leg bag. It has a lens cleaning cloth on the front. Thanks, Sara. This can hold a surprising amount of things, and it keeps it very accessible for a lot of our camera gear and filming equipment, which you probably won't have to deal with. I've worn this on several Caminos. I highly recommend it.
This is my shopping bag, city bag, carry it all bag.
We gotta see it.
Sizzy brand. Look how small it is. And it unpacks to this very large messenger style bag.
So you'd use this for grocery shopping.
Going to the
You can put your
beach.
towel- Going to the beach. This is the Sea to Summit Airlight Towel Large. And that's what it looks like if you don't lose the stuff sack.
I love
This towel is the best. They're really lightweight. They're long enough to go around my waist. They dry in like 30 seconds. Don't overthink it. Get this towel.
I have something new for my bag. It is my favorite addition, the Kula Cloth Mini. It's the mini one. It's made for lumbar packs.
So if someone's not familiar with a Kula cloth, what is it?
The Kula Cloth is an antimicrobial cloth that you use instead of toilet paper. This is the mini size. This is the normal size. How it works, it's on your bag hanging like this. You use it instead of toilet paper. Close it back up, hang it on your bag. Ta-da! When you get to town, you wash it. Wash it every day, but it is antimicrobial. You can use it all day. I love this thing.
We use regular telescoping, cheap trekking poles. Lainey and I made a whole video about how to use hiking poles and why you probably need them for your next Camino.
This is my chum's wallet. This goes in my waist bag. I love it. Coins are used in Europe. Get a 2-sided wallet.
This is my alpaca wallet, surprisingly robust. Seam sealed zippers, coins in one pocket, cards and cash in the other. Get a wallet that you can kick the crap out of because it's gonna get banged around on the trail.
I brought a whistle because we were on the coast hiking a trail far away from people. We never used it, which is good. I always pack paracord. I use it to hang laundry. I love bringing my paracord.
One of the biggest challenges on any Camino with a lumbar pack is going to be water.
That was my main concern with choosing the lumbar pack. How am I going to have enough water for all these days with no sun cover and limited to no services? So I brought 2 liters, put sport caps on my smart water bottles, and at every single fountain that we found, chug whatever water I had left and refill the bottles and just do that every time. If you need to drink a lot of water and you want to explore the lumbar pack, choose a trail that has more support, has fountains. Most Caminos de Santiago have fountains along the way where you can re-up.
For toiletries, that might be where we diverge the most. I typically have a very minimal setup. Travel toothbrush, a little guy of toothpaste, and a bar of soap. That's it.
Somehow Shawn is not that smelly.
I wear deodorant on the trail. Wear deodorant.
Don't smell, guys.
Packing the toiletries into the lumbar pack, I thought was going to be a challenge because I use a bike guard at night. The case for the bike guard is really big. One day, just thought, what if I just made the bike guard case the case? So inside are 2 toothpicks, my bike guard, a toothbrush, and a mini toothpaste. Everything fits in here. This is my toothbrush. It's not for everyone. So I took a hairbrush comb, and not only did I break the comb part off because I'm never going to use it, I also sawed off part of it so that it fit in my hand and used it as a brush. I also brought a Diva cup. For those of you who menstruate, menstrual cups are great.
What is your bag? You got a little Tyvek bag?
This is just a very small, lightweight toiletry bag. I brought 2 hair ties.
We didn't have to bring a ton of toiletries. If you're on a longer one, you're going to want to resupply halfway through. And we were staying in private accommodation. If you're someone who is only staying in municipal albergues, you're going to have to bring all of your own stuff. Another thing that you have to pack is sun protection. This is the All Good sunscreen tinted face butter.
I also brought the tinted All Good sunscreen. Low profile tin. Love it. Goes in my waist pouch.
I also added a little bit of a local Galician sunscreen called Fukaeri. It's a tinted zinc sunscreen, so I decanted it into this little tin. Smells like rosemary and it keeps you safe. SPF lip balm. And then for my legs, neck, any other exposed surfaces, I just use a regular sunscreen.
I also have the same exact sunscreen in the non-tinted version. It's in this really convenient sports stick. You should get those.
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
Spain is a wonderful country with a lot of things, but sometimes in some places the bathrooms might not have soap. That is actually very common in municipal albergues as well. I've just learned a long time ago. Bring some hand sanitizer.
I bring soap flakes and I put them in my waist bag. So I have 4 Band-Aids. I used 2 of them. I packed hydrocortisone cream and Badger Balm bug cream into this contact lens case. I also packed some medication. I brought floss and thread for mending clothes and gear. I packed a little bit of Leukotape. Shawn has it on a big roll. I took a Q-tip, wrapped it around it, and then cut the ends off. I bring this on every single Camino, every single trip that I go on. It is a mini Swiss Army knife. It has tweezers, has a toothpick, small knife, scissors, and a nail file. I love this thing.
TSA compatible?
TSA compatible in the States, also compatible in Europe. My bag got checked on the way in and the guy said, this is fine.
I live in Spain, so I'm allowed to bring a beefier knife. I've been rocking the Opinel. I do like having a knife with us. It's good for picnics. And I carry it in my first aid kit. This is a carabiner clip that I use for my first aid stuff so that it's safe and dry and accessible, which is important if you like really need it. A little thing of antibiotic cream, circle Band-Aids because I have that Leukotape Band-Aid. I have some melatonin that I keep in here in case I have trouble sleeping. I'm not a doctor.
I bring melatonin as well.
Allergy medicine. Oftentimes I will also hike with ibuprofen, but I haven't been using it lately. I also pack lamb's wool. I wear it on my toes, but I also bring a little extra just in case I get a hot spot. Can't say enough good things about lamb's wool. Please get some lamb's wool. Even if you're not sure you're going to need it, you can help someone else. And the rest of the bag, I think, is dedicated to food, water, and toiletries. But I purposely didn't say our last category, which is all of the batteries and gizmos and gadgets that the 21st century can provide. I have been using the Anker European, it's like a gallium nitride charger. I think this is a 40-watt charger, upgraded to the dual USB-C. Sarah's rocking the single. It is a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter. And I have the dual input because I have drones and microphones and a bunch of other stuff for filming while I'm on the Camino. Carry all of this in a lumbar bag, in addition to clothes, food, water, emotions, and toiletries. You should not bring all this. It's a bad idea, but you can. And that's what I really want to get across. This is a DJI remote. It's like 400 grams, but this big, chunky, heavy thing fits. We often fly this DJI Mini. I also packed the Hover Air X1 Pro Max drone. This is a foldable drone. It's one of those drones that like follows you and can do like pre-programmed things. I was actually really happy with this. This fit in my drop leg bag. I also packed the microphones that we're wearing right now. And I packed this Anker 5000 milliamp hour battery. You don't need a cable. It can just pop right into your phone. So if you don't need to pack all this, think of all the space that you'll have.
I have my phone, my AirPods. I also brought a 10-foot cable because plugs are often in weird places.
Europe is good at plugs.
I also love Anker products. This is their MagSafe phone charger. It's this big. It's smaller than a deck of cards.
And it just magnets onto the back of your phone?
Correct. And my AirPods also magnet charge.
I've also been a big fan of earbuds for a really long time. These are the CMF Nothing Buds. They are fantastic. Great battery life. I think it's like 10 hours of playtime and 100 hours of battery in the case. And they weigh almost nothing.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really light. They're in here right now?
Yeah. And they're $35, something like that. So if you can't afford AirPods, they're very good. There's something that we did not bring on this Camino, and it is a sleep sack. I never carry a sleeping bag. I always carry just a lightweight silk sleep sack. This is for albergues, but because we were staying in private accommodation for 8 nights, there's no point in bringing this. However, I easily could have. It's only 100 grams. It's like another t-shirt. How'd it go? Are you a lumbar person? What do you want to change? What do you regret?
I really enjoyed hiking with a lumbar pack. I enjoyed the challenge. I enjoyed not having anything on my shoulders. I really liked carrying less. I did not miss anything. I could fit so much stuff into this 6-liter bag as long as I just shifted my perspective and making sure that things served multiple purposes. I carried a big bottle of sunscreen, snacks. Like it was
first day. We got a brick of a tortilla sandwich, and we didn't actually talk about that. Our food carry, we each had different amounts of snacks, but I had 4 or 5 like snack bar protein bars, a full cookie pouch full of peanuts, a bunch of different sauces like mustard, mayonnaise, olive oil, salt. I bought some gummy candies.
I had 4 protein bars, like plant-based protein bars, 2 coffee chocolates, a salt packet, vinegar, olive oil, pumpkin and sunflower seeds, and then this brick of a tortilla potato sandwich. I carried a carrot.
I had 3 cans of tuna fish. I forgot about that. If someone's done a Camino before and they were thinking of going a little bit lighter, do you think a lumbar pack is a good idea?
It's not for everyone. And I mean that physically. Like it might not fit you 100% to have nothing on my back, just to try it. And I genuinely enjoyed it. I thought it was really comfortable. Once you realize how little you need on the trail, I think that it's really liberating. The lighter you are, the farther you can walk.
The less you bring, the higher you can soar.
I would definitely lumbar again.
Oh, that's awesome. Please let us know if you have any questions. I was really impressed with a lot of your hacks. I think it's a really cool way to approach it. And she technically has a smaller bag than me, which is wild because I thought I was at the bottom. So you beat me. Way to go.
Take that, Shawn.
Please subscribe and like this video so that Sarah feels good about helping us out. She needs the validation. Tell Sarah what a good job she did in the comments. So thank you so much for watching this unhinged version of 2 people talking about lumbar packs. It's a fun way to pack. And we hope that this has helped you make the decision for or against. Thanks so much for spending your day with us. I'm Shawn.
I'm Sara.
And
I'm
this,
Lainey.
and this is
Days We Friend. Do, do, do,